All right, let's dive into one of the most famous and most frustrating brain teasers of all time, the Monty Hall paradox. This is a probability puzzle that is so weirdly counterintuitive, it stumped even professional mathematicians for years. But don't worry, by the end of this, you'll get it, and you'll also get why our brains have such a hard time with it.
So, let's put you right in the middle of it. Imagine you're on a game show. The lights are blazing, the audience is going wild, and in front of you, 3 totally identical doors. Behind one of them is a shiny new car. Behind the other 2, goats. You've got to pick a door. Go on, pick one in your head. You got it? Okay, hold that thought.
Now, before we get to the big, tricky question, we have to lay out the rules of the game. They're super simple, but trust me, every single detail is absolutely critical.
Here's how it works. Step 1, you pick a door. Step 2, and this is the absolute key to everything. The host, who knows exactly where the car is, opens one of the other 2 doors. He always opens a door with a goat. Then, step 3, he turns to you and gives you a choice. Do you stick with your first pick, or do you switch to the other unopened door?
Let's just walk through a quick example to make it real. So, you chose door number 1. The game show host, Monty, gives you a little smile. He knows what's where. He then walks over and opens door number 3, and, yep, it's a goat. So now there are 2 doors left, your door number 1 and door number 2.
And right here, this is the moment. This is the decision that has launched 1,000 arguments and confused millions of people. Monty looks you right in the eye and asks that million-dollar question. Do you want to stick with door number 1, or do you want to switch to door number 2? So, what does your gut tell you to do? What's the instant reaction? Now, for pretty much everyone, the answer that just pops into your head is, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, there are 2 doors left. 1 car, 1 goat. It has to be a 50-50 coin flip. It seems so simple, so obvious.
But here's the thing, that gut feeling, it's completely, totally 100% wrong. It is not a 50-50 chance, and understanding the simple reason why is the secret to cracking this entire fascinating paradox wide open.
So let's break it down and unlock the math here. The reason you should always switch is all about the new information the host gives you. It really all goes back to that very first choice you made. Okay, think about it. When you first picked your door, you had a 1 in 3 chance of being right. That's pretty straightforward. But what that also means is that there was a 2 in 3 chance that the car was behind one of the other 2 doors. That 2/3 probability is the magic number here.
And here is the secret sauce. The host's move isn't random. He knows where the car is, and his number 1 rule is that he can never open the door with the car. He's using his inside knowledge to eliminate a wrong answer for you. By opening a goat door, he's not changing the initial odds. He's basically taking that entire 2/3 probability that was spread across the other 2 doors and concentrating it all onto that 1 remaining door. Look at it this way. Let's say your strategy is to always stick. You're only going to win if you pick the car right at the very beginning. That's a 1 in 3 shot. But what if your strategy is to always switch? Well, you win if your first pick was wrong. And how often was your first pick wrong? 2 out of 3 times. By switching, you are literally turning your higher odds of being wrong into a winning play.
And that's the answer. Plain and simple. By switching, you literally double your chances of driving home in that car, from 1 in 3 to 2 in 3, every single time. It's not a trick. It's just how the probabilities actually work.
Now, if your brain is still putting up a fight and telling you this feels wrong, hey, don't worry, you're in very good company. But I promise, this next analogy is going to make it all click and feel totally intuitive.
To make this crystal clear, let's just make the game bigger, a lot bigger. Imagine there are 100 doors instead of 3. You pick one, let's say door number 1 again. What's your chance of being right? It's tiny. It's 1 in 100.
Which means, of course, that there is a massive, overwhelming 99 out of 100 chance that the car is behind one of those other 99 doors that you did not pick. You are almost certainly wrong.
Now, watch this. The host, who knows everything, walks down that long line of doors and opens 98 of them. And behind every single one, he shows you a goat. He very deliberately leaves only one other door closed. Let's call it door 74. Now, he asks you the same thing. Do you want to stick with your original door, your 1 in 100 long shot, or do you want to switch to door 74? See? In this version, it's completely obvious, isn't it? Of course you switch. The host basically used his knowledge to eliminate all the duds, consolidating that huge 99% chance onto that one door. The 3-door problem works on the exact same principle.
So,
If the logic is so blindingly obvious with 100 doors, why do our brains just short-circuit with 3 doors? Well, it all comes down to some really interesting and really sneaky mental shortcuts that we all use every day.
Get this. Back in 1990, a columnist named Marilyn Vos Savant, who has an incredibly high IQ, printed the correct answer. The magazine was flooded with over 10,000 letters, many of them from math professors and PhDs, telling her she was an idiot and that she was wrong. That's how powerful and how misleading our intuition can be.
So what is happening inside our heads? It's basically a perfect storm of cognitive biases. First, you've got equal probability bias. Our brain sees 2 options and just screams, 50-50. Then there's the endowment effect. We get weirdly attached to our first choice, just because it's our choice. But the biggest one is loss aversion. We are absolutely terrified of the regret we would feel if we switched away from the car. So sticking feels safer, even when the math proves it isn't.
And that's really the big takeaway here. The Monty Hall paradox isn't just some clever party trick. It's a powerful lesson in how our intuition about odds and probability can be deeply and sometimes dangerously wrong. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Where else in your life, from big financial decisions to small day-to-day choices, is your gut feeling maybe leading you astray?